All right. That was bad.
It's all good.
Okay. Anyways,
Well, let's see if we pop on here.
it
It's
is.
not
It
popping.
is. It's
It
finally
is?
working. Yes. If it's not YouTube, it's OBS.
Oh,
It's
I
like,
see me. I see myself.
finally.
Yo, what's up? Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Oh, wait, now I got volume on. Okay, okay. And our sound's obviously working because I just hurt myself.
Good. Yeah.
Thank goodness for delays, though, because,
Seriously, though, like, come on. This happens every time.
yeah, it's just the way it has
Ah.
to be, I guess, right?
Yeah, it is. It's whatever. I don't care.
I'm like
Anyway.
live chat. Okay, there we go. In case anybody decides to hop on,
I know, like, this always
everybody's
happens.
distracted today. No, it's all good. It's a good day for this to happen. Everybody's like doing their thing today and focusing on other things. So
Yeah.
hopefully, people want to come
I'm
hang out with
not.
us. We don't need that.
Mhm.
We don't need that. It's extra added stress. Like I told you earlier, I'm manifesting the weekend. Hello, weekend.
Exactly. Like, bring on the Friday, bring on the fun.
Seriously, I
Ugh.
need it.
Well,
It's fun.
it's hump day, so.
It is hump day. Hump day. Oh my gosh, what radio station was that? I think it was it like Kiss? Is it Kiss FM in Phoenix?
I don't know.
John Jay.
John Jay and
John
Rich.
Jay. Yeah, they do that hump day
Oh
sound.
my gosh.
They do
That's
that in the
cute.
morning, and then it's like, yay! I don't know. This week has been not copacetic. It wasn't flowing for me. I don't know about you, but like today went pretty good. I got up, I got ready.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're gonna have some technical difficulties because that's just our life.
That was terrible. I'm
But
sorry, you guys.
it's all
Ugh.
good. But overall, yeah, this week was not smooth. Like last week seemed more smooth, and I had a lot of stuff going on. But this week I've had a lot more days where I've had to like dig deep to have a better day.
I did too. I feel like
Sometimes I
last
think
week,
that
though. Last week for me. I can't
yeah,
hear you.
maybe after the podcast you can't hear me.
I can now. It
Um,
was like.
it's my inner. I just froze up. I froze up. I see. So that's going to be resolved next week. I'm
Oh,
getting an
thank goodness.
Ethernet cord to come up here.
Yeah.
Because I think that me being in my bedroom with the door closed is cutting my signal.
Yeah.
Even though I have really fast internet.
Yeah.
I was running a bunch of tests and it's pretty fast, but I need a hardwire, and yeah, it's going to require some makeshift. Kind of like my background. Oh my gosh, you should have seen us putting this thing
Dude,
up.
it looks
night.
so good.
I was like, I need to feel my Hawaiian vibes in my bedroom.
I know.
I need to feel that because it does bring me some peace of mind and happiness. I had
It's
some
good.
vitamin C this week, so
Oh, nice.
yeah,
I miss the beach so much.
I took it. Well, I didn't take it for granted because I knew I always needed to live by the beach.
Yeah.
But I mean, we don't go enough. I feel like we need to go every day,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not always possible. But we went on Monday. We went on Monday. I had a case of the Mondays. Monday was a rough day. I was just sad.
I saw your post and I was like,
It just I had some things come up and I had to make some decisions, and when at the time when I made the decision, it wasn't even like sad. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just make this, I'm gonna do like this, and yeah. And then I was just kind of like irritable, and my mom's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, she's like, are you getting your period? I'm like, no.
it was the full moon. It was doing it to everybody.
Yes, very true. So yeah, and I think that we need to remember that not every day is going to be happy.
Yeah.
And even if like I was saying, like, the whole point of what you and I are trying to do is for the original benefit was for us, we want to focus on being happy. We want to focus on positivity. we want to talk, get to talk to each other often because we miss that. And, you know, it was a lot easier when we worked together. We'd see each other every day and whatever. But now it's like, okay, we actually have to like get out of our little bubble in our house and like reach out.
Yeah.
Which can be hard to do, even if you want to talk to, you know, people, or, you know, I want to talk to you, but you know, I get stuck in my little reclusive bubble.
I
And I'm
mean,
like,
I think
oh,
everybody goes through that every once in a while. Like, I know I do. I know that, like, if I'm in a mood, I'm not going to talk to people. I'm going to be like, no, I got to take this time for myself. And, you know.
if I'm in a mood, ain't nobody want to talk to me. Like, yeah, you guys don't really want to talk to me, so if I don't call you, you're happy. You are stoked right now.
That's funny.
You don't, ain't nobody want to see that. But
Yeah.
all right, let's
So...
bring up the vibe. I'm sorry. For
Yeah,
being
no.
sour.
Well, no, you're fine. I was in a crazy mood too, because I was like trying to record something. I messed up and I ended up deleting the last week's podcast episode and can't get it back. So that's fun. And so
It's
yeah,
all
I
good.
mean,
1.1.
it happens. Stuff happens. So
Yes.
so those of you who are listening, let us know you're here.
Yeah, please comment. We can't see nothing.
Yeah, so, but yeah, no, like, that was so horrible. I felt so terrible that day. But I was able to allow myself to feel it and really think about, like, the reality of the situation. And ultimately, it's not a big deal. And I was like, okay, I can let that go. And I feel better. You know, I felt better the next day, especially because, you know, I was able to, like, get up in the morning and do my routine and be, like, grateful and go have my tea outside, and it was good. So,
Yeah,
that was good.
and I think if we can realize that really nothing is a big deal. It's really
Yeah.
not. We make big deals out of nothing.
I know.
I think, were you posting about something about security?
I don't
Something
know,
about
maybe.
what we tell ourselves we need something for security. I think sometimes we also make drama to have security. I don't know, because, you know, we got to make it important. Oh, this is really important. If this fails, my world is over. But we need to realize that that's not true. That's not true at all.
Yeah.
There's
I mean,
far
it's
worse
with
things
everything.
that could be happening.
Like, I had the bad habit of beating myself up all day over one little mistake, and it would ruin my entire day, if not my entire week. And so, like, what I practice now is, instead of, like, beating myself up at all, I celebrate all of the things that I get right during the day, and it helps me to not feel totally horrible about myself, and to understand that, like, everyone's human, and we're not going to do everything perfect the whole time, every time. So,
Exactly.
you know, but that helps.
We are not perfect.
Yeah, we need to be gentle with ourselves. Like, we're fragile little beings, and, like, yeah, we're powerful, but, you know, we're sensitive. At least I am. I'm really sensitive, and I have to really work on that, because, you know, this world kind of makes you grow thick skin if you like it or not. So,
You know, I admire people that speak their mind, and at least they're showing that they don't care, because I take things so, like, sometimes so personally.
yeah.
And I try to, like, not dwell, but I dwell. I don't know. I guess I'm doing better at that, but
Yeah.
I think that that's a good way to be, is to just realize it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And what was good today? Oh yeah, there's always a silver lining on every day, no matter what. Like,
Yeah. It's
maybe
important.
you got a piece of pizza. That's a good thing.
I love pizza. Oh
But,
my
you
gosh.
know, I don't know. There's always something good, and we just have to look for it. And I know that's easier said than done, though, because when I'm talking all crazy, when you're in a bad mood,
Yeah.
it's hard to pull yourself out, and you got to rely on your support system. And I know not everybody has one,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're out there watching and you don't have a support system, we will be your support system. So
Yeah.
come talk to us, because we love everybody and we want to embrace everybody. I know I'm sure that you feel the same because we feel the same a lot about a lot of things, but
Yeah.
I felt like an outsider a lot.
Hmm.
Growing up, high school, junior high, and more so as an adult, I tend to feel like I don't fit in anywhere. And I think that's a gift actually because it
Hmm.
helps me to be able to connect with others who feel the same and, you know, just be able to relate. And so hopefully I can relate to some of you out there, um,
Yeah.
because you're not alone.
I think feeling like an outsider is a good thing because I don't want to fit into a world that I see so many things that are wrong. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
especially now as an adult, like, I look around and I'm like, I don't really care to fit into that group. And I'm glad that I don't because, I don't like what it stands for. I don't like what it represents and what it does. And I think that's the beauty of like growing into yourself and really like knowing who you are and what you want to represent as a person. And, you know, I think it's good. But,
Yeah.
and yeah, you do get to like connect with people on a deeper level that, feel the same way. And that's how you kind of build really good tribes of friends, I think.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
there's no superficial, I don't know. I I used to aspire to, I mean, I have this entrepreneur brain. That's just kind of how I am. I want to like make something. I want to
Yeah.
create something. But now my focus is not about being the next best thing. It's just enjoying what I'm doing when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And, maybe it'll make some money, maybe it won't. I love my job, so I can't complain about that. And it helps me make money. Andrew, if you're watching, hi. Hey, Random Logic team, if you're out there.
Sup, random logic?
I love my job. They're
That's so
just they're
good.
just really great people. So I'm
Yeah.
really lucky to have that. But I do still have that deep burning I need to create something. And I still try to create music every day and I still try to do all those things. But at the end of the day, I realized I don't want to be a rock star. I don't want to be famous. I don't really want that because I feel like a lot of it's superficial and it's fake and
Of
it's
course it is. Yeah.
you don't get like real people
Hmm.
surrounding people because you're famous and it's just I'm over that and I don't know what's changed but I'm over it.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Like, I feel the same way. I thought for so long that I wanted to be famous, but ugh, no. It's just not the life that I would
I
want to
think
live.
it's so much stress, no privacy. I mean, obviously we're putting ourselves out there to the world right now, but I mean, this is on such a small scale that it's good. It's positive,
Yeah,
and that's why I enjoy what we're doing.
I know.
Um, I know some people who knows. I'm not sure what they think we're talking about, but hopefully they
We're not
get
talking
past
about anything nasty, guys. Come on.
get past your preconceived notions and take a look because I think we're bringing some good things to talk about. Especially right now, there's so much chaos going
I
on,
can't even
and
believe what's going on around
I
me.
don't even want to go on my Facebook right now. Like I'm like, ugh,
You know what though?
no.
Like, I keep myself kind of just to myself most of the time, so I don't really interact too much with people. So I'm kind of like a loner. Like, don't really have a lot going on. I don't have a lot of friends here in town that I like go out and hang out with every night or whatever. I'm not like that. So,
I don't either. I mean, I have family nearby that I see, but like I don't have I don't have a desire to like go have like friends and do stuff. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if that sounds weird, but like I like having the friends around. I've met a lot of great people, but I'm just not like I'm fine being home with my kids
Yeah.
and
I love being home
my
with my
husband.
kids. Like
Yeah, like
me and
I'm fine with that.
me and the kids have been making these like crazy videos together.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. You've
It's so funny.
you've inspired Misha. She's like, "Mom, can I do something like that?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah. Yeah, let's do it." She's
Why
like, "Okay."
not?
She actually uses my background for her
Oh,
Mandarin meeting. She meets with
that's so
like
cool.
a ton of people from all over the world. Most of them live in Canada.
Yeah.
And they talk to each other. Some people are learning English and some people are learning Chinese. And she talks to them, but the last time she used my backdrop, and they were like, "Whoa, what's going on?" They're like, "It's my mom's podcast." So if any of you guys are watching from the Mandarin channel, hi, ni hao.
That's so funny.
I'm not even gonna pretend I know how to speak Chinese.
Oh my gosh, the only thing that I remember, because my daughter was learning it in school too, she always remembered how to say bunny or rabbit, and she was always like, "Tootsa, tootsa,
tootsa."
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, that's
what?"
cute. Yeah.
I feel bad because I'm like, I can't pronounce any of it.
I know.
Terrible.
I'm actually trying to learn Korean still, so
that's awesome.
It's fun. Yeah,
that's
I'm having
really
a good
awesome.
time with it.
We have a lot of people here that are Filipino, which I think is a more Spanish dialect. Or
Tagalog is their main thing, I think. But
so I probably should like learn that so that I can communicate more with people here, because there's a lot of people that speak Filipino. And is that right? Did I say that? My gosh, don't kill me out there, internet. I'm just, I don't know.
I think it's Tagalog is their language, but yeah, that's the main Filipino language, but they have Spanish too, I think.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
How was your guys' Halloween? Did you guys do anything?
We played Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I'm jealous. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, we played Dungeons and Dragons. We're doing a campaign with my brother and his girlfriend, and so it's like, it's the two Sams. It's the brother and the girlfriend, and then because both their names are Sam.
Sam and Sam.
Yeah, we call them the Sams, and then it's Nick and Mia and my brother Jude. So we've got us, and we're like on this crazy campaign, and we're actually stopped in the middle of a dungeon right now, which I'm like, why couldn't we just finish it? But apparently it's a pretty big one, so oh my gosh. Yeah.
I've never played that game.
It's really fun, but like it's one of those ones where you have to like really get into, and you have to get into character, and I'm not good at that yet. So like I feel really stupid playing that game.
I think it sounds Do you have to like make voices or something? Or
yeah, like you have to get into character. Like you make this whole character with a backstory and everything. So my character's name is Vila, and she's a half-elf warlock who is sworn to this Raven Queen lady. And so like that's where she gets her power from, is like this Raven Queen. And it got this little pet raven, and we're like on this dungeon, and we're killing beasts and things, and it's so funny.
Fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
It's so fun.
I haven't gotten like knee deep in a video game in a while. I mean, for good reason, because I have things I gotta do. But
yeah.
I would love to play a game again.
I was looking at Ashes of Creation, but I haven't really looked too much into it. I just saw that the graphics look cool, and I was watching one of the videos of like the abilities for the cleric, because one of my old friends, like I don't even know if he knows I exist anymore, but he
don't say that.
No, like it's true. We haven't talked since like forever ago, so like, and we didn't really even talk that much to begin with, but he made a video on YouTube about the abilities and stuff like that, because he's a streamer. So it was pretty cool though. It looked something like I would play. I don't know.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
But I don't know. Video games are just...
It's hard because like, yeah, they take some energy, and I don't know, we're focusing on other things.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't, like this week has like been funky. Like, did I even watch anything? Like, I like to lay in bed and watch something before bed, and
yeah,
usually I watch Bailey, and I watch her put on her makeup and talk about murder. But I don't even think I did that this week.
Really?
Maybe one night.
I did.
Maybe Halloween. I don't know. I watched the one about the candy man, and I was telling, we were going through, the girls got more candy this year than ever.
Yeah.
And we didn't even trick or treat.
Oh,
like,
man.
we drove to a couple houses of people that said, "Hey, come stop by. We've got treats for your kids."
That's
But
nice.
yeah, they were super nice. Like, I was kind of like, we don't really know a lot of people, but there's a couple people that we know, and they're like, "Yeah, come over. We got stuff for your kids," and they did, and it was like an overabundance of stuff. And then
That's so cool.
every single one of my neighbors gave the girls a bag. We have more candy than I can even like. I'm like, we need to throw it away
Oh
and
man,
not eat it because
it's
for
so
one,
much
I mean,
sugar.
I have to go to the dentist today because I've been having some issues.
I
I
have
don't
to
need
take
no
mine
candy.
to the dentist too. My daughter has to go. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, what the heck? Like, this just had to happen.
No, this has seriously been the year of dental work, and I'm like,
Same
this
for
is
my
not,
family.
it's not normal, and I don't like it.
I
Like,
know.
no, I don't want to drop a dime at the dentist.
I know. It's okay though, because like once you do, then it's all like done
Then
and you
it's
don't have to
over.
worry about it anymore for a while.
Yeah, Kiki was like, I get silver teeth, Mom. I'm
Oh,
rich. It's
snap.
just so funny.
She is
Like,
so freaking cute.
And then I think Brad told her to say, I got gold teeth, I'm gangster. And so she's going around, I'm gangster. I'm like,
Nice. You should
all right.
record that and be like,
I
yeah,
really-
this is my kid.
I really need to record her saying she's a gangster. That
I'm
child, man,
gangsta.
she says the funniest things. So this is great. So, she used to call, like, we'd be on the phone with my sister, and we were she wanted to watch something, and she wanted to watch Beauty and the Beast, and she would say, Mommy, put on Booty and the Beast.
Booty.
Booty and the Beast. I'm like, oh no.
Booty,
And then
booty,
for
booty.
Halloween, she said she wanted Tootsie Rolls, but she said she wanted Tootsie Rolls.
Oh.
Mommy, I want Tootsie Rolls. I'm like,
Wow.
it was great. It's
Kids
so
are
funny.
amazing.
Now that her front tooth is gone, it's even better.
That's
all
crazy.
the things she says is just great.
Aw.
I don't think we have any comments today.
I know. I was waiting.
Wait. Oh,
Oh, hey.
some-
I think it's
Hey.
my mom.
Is that Mama?
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Hey,
So
Mom.
I think my mom's probably watching too.
Okay.
Hi, Mamas.
I wasn't
Hey,
sure
Mom.
because my YouTube studio like creator thing says 0 people are watching, so I was like, okay.
Oh, on my phone it
Oh.
says 3. It's all good. So those of you that are watching us, hello.
Hi, everybody. Let us know you're here.
We have-
Interact with us.
Say hello. We need those chats going on.
We do. We actually love it when you guys talk to us because it gives us something else to bounce off of.
Right. I was thinking about, so I dropped the ball. I was supposed to record a video and I didn't do it.
You're
I know,
fine.
I suck. But
No.
I have it. It's all planned out, and I'm gonna probably post it a couple days after this. But it talks about the theme I noticed recently is people talking about what's real and reality of what you see.
Oh
And-
boy, this is my favorite.
Oh yeah.
This is my favorite thing to talk
I know.
about.
So when you told me that, hey, I want to talk about this stuff, I was looking at this and I was like, yeah, like that's kind of where I've been. I mean, it's a little different in the sense that it was more social media based. I had a friend who's told me I could share her story, so I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna go full on it on my little segment I'm gonna do. But she posts this picture, and she says she posts it every year to remind herself and others that what you see is not always reality. It was a picture of her holding her brand new baby and saying like, hubby's making barbecue, like everything's good, we're so happy. In reality, she was like super depressed and not happy, and she was upset with herself because she should be happy, she's had a baby. But most moms out there know that that's not always the case. It's not always reality. But her whole thing was just basically like, don't believe your eyes, like don't believe everything you see because it's not true. I mean, besides, who wants to post negative? I mean,
No one does.
nobody wants to share. I mean, we do sometimes
Yeah.
we go crazy and we go, Rah! Usually if I do that, I'll delete it.
Yeah.
But like nobody wants to be vulnerable, because if you're vulnerable, you're open to attack. And when you are showing what's really going on, it leaves you open for more hurt. So most of us don't post what's really going down, and that's okay. But we also need to remember, because of that, you can't look at so and so and be like, oh, they're so perfect, I wish that I wish I was like them. I mean, like, even here, like, I moved to Hawaii. For some reason, there's this, like, perception that, like, I don't know, that, like, we have money, we're rich, and we're in Hawaii. That's actually not true. It's exactly the opposite.
Yeah.
We sacrificed a lot to be here. We have to live on a tight budget to be here, and there's a lot of things that we have to be without. I mean, this is real right now. My bed's on the floor.
That's cool.
It's cool. It's kind of bohemian. So
it's so boho. I love it.
Yeah, like, we just don't have certain necessities, and we've realized we don't really need them. So I'm not living the high life in Hawaii. I am living the Hawaii life. I've got the ocean right there, and I can go to it. But as far as, like, luxuries, I mean, the luxury of living here is you have outside.
Yeah, that's what you're paying for. Like,
that's what I'm paying for.
Roof over your head.
Literally, our budget is the roof and the food. I don't have nice cars. I don't have a lot. We just don't have a lot of stuff. I mean, everything's got to be budgeted, but we made that sacrifice for a reason. And that's why I tell people are like, there's no way I could never afford that. You can afford anything you want to afford. You can do whatever you want to do, whether it's living somewhere you want to live, or dieting, or, changing your routines. You manifest whatever it is that you want. It's up to you.
It's all about your focus. It's all about your energy.
Is here.
Yeah. Like, get here faster. But yeah, no, it's all about your focus and your energy that you put into what it is that you want. Like, and it doesn't happen overnight sometimes, like, it takes time. But in order to get what you want, you have to be okay with having less for a little while. You know what I mean? And being content with what you have.
And I'm honestly okay with less forever, as long as I have my family here with me.
Yeah.
And everything that I'm doing, every point that I make is with intention. It's with purpose. Is this bringing me happiness? Is this bringing me joy?
Yep.
I mean, we talked about this last week. I love that, and not everybody can go start a podcast like what we're doing, but, like, you can make it a point to focus your life around positivity, and it's your driving force. I mean, I am so thankful that we are doing this, because, oh gosh, I'm gonna get emotional. I'm so thankful that we're doing this, because it keeps me focused on good stuff, and it helps me pull me out of the tough days. Like, Monday was a hard day for me, but I had this to look forward to, and I had this to, like, research, like, okay, what do I want to bring to the table this week? And it just kept me in the realm of positive. And there's just so many ways that we can do that for ourselves. Just start a thankful journal, or I love, I don't like to do this. I'm not a gratitude poster, but I like when people post their things they're thankful for the month of November. I like seeing it. It's a nice thing to see. So I think that's really good, and I'm glad that people do that, and everybody should do that, or keep it to yourself. Write it in a book.
Say it out loud.
Say it out loud.
Say it out loud, baby.
You know how many times this week I caught myself criticizing myself and stopped because of what you said?
Good.
Because you said, don't say bad things about yourself, because it just brings you down. So I'm guilty of saying I'm fat all the time. Or I look so ugly today. Like, I'm guilty of just being crude to myself, and I'm thankful for for you, and I'm thankful for other people in my life that have always say, "Oh, shut up. No, you're not." Like whatever. I'm thankful for them to do that, but I need to say to myself, like you said, I look amazing. I'm awesome.
Yes.
You know, and you know, I know that the things that I'm unhappy about, I need to change. And
those are little things that don't mean anything, though. Like,
they really don't.
If you look at yourself as a whole person, like, because you're not just your body. Like, you're actually not really your body at all. You are a spirit that inhabits this body and that, like, keeps creating and manifesting this body by the things that you eat and do. But your body is just like an image. It's just a picture of what you are, like, presenting to the world, you know? It's not even about who you are. So, like, look at yourself as a whole person and as a whole spirit. Like, if you do that, you cannot be mean to yourself because, like, you're like this bright shining light that is just so happy and so fun and so nice and sweet to everyone. Like, there's nothing bad about you at all.
You're so funny.
No, I love you. Like, you're amazing. Everybody needs to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, I'm amazing. Because look at me. Yeah, I might have some things that I don't really necessarily like about my body or my face or whatever. Like, I do too. Everybody does. But the point is that we're all beautiful and we're all perfect just the way we are.
Just the way we are.
Just the way we are.
I think there's people out there that we may admire and look up to and think they're just amazingly perfect. And most of the time, those people that we like think are amazing, they actually have like really massive insecurities about stuff.
Yeah.
And it's nice when they share that because it makes you realize, oh yeah, they're normal.
I was watching a video earlier about this girl and she was like exposing the why you're ugly, like why you're ugly compared to celebrities and all this stuff. And it's like, you're not ugly compared to celebrities. They have filters and they have makeup. Even when they say they don't have filters and makeup, they do. And they Photoshop every image. They use Facetune on all their photos on Instagram. It's like, you can't compare yourself because as soon as you do, you're comparing yourself to a standard that is unattainable by any real person on the planet.
It's so true.
It's not real.
As a designer, like, that's what I'm working in Photoshop and graphics and all that. I see that stuff like immediately. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
Like I wish people wouldn't do that. Like don't. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. I love the big mouth filter. That's my favorite filter.
It's funny.
The amazing orange filter. Filters are fun.
Yeah.
But I think that you're right. Like there's this distortion of reality and people need to remember that. And not just with celebrities, just in general. Like what you see on social media is movie magic. And this little box I'm in right here is a prime example of movie magic.
I wouldn't call mine magic. It's kind of like wrinkly curtains with lights.
I love it. It's so twinkly. Yeah, it makes me think of fairies. I feel like it's like Zelda. And your headset reminds me of like elf ears, like your little thing sticking out. I'm like, oh, you could totally wear elf ears.
I've been an elf many times wearing this headset. I'm not going to explain that.
Oh man, oh my gosh. Okay, wait, we got a funny comment. OMG, Jif peanut butter is an upside down bottle now. What?
What are you talking about?
Explain.
Oh, it's Sean. Hey, Sean.
Oh, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see.
It's okay. I don't know what he's talking about.
He's just he's giving us topics to talk about.
That's Thank you. I know, right?
I just hit my mic. Okay. I talk with my hands a lot.
I do too, and I have to be careful because I'm right up against this thing, and my microphone's right in front of my face. So
no.
I'm like,
I have like a chair back here with my plants on it, and then a box with a plant on it, and I'm like, I'm gonna hit it.
Oh, don't knock it over.
I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if I dropped this whole thing in the middle of our show?
Hilarious? No. Yes, it would be, but I would cry too because I'd be sad.
It's hilarious. It's like sus.
Yeah.
Sus.
Oh my goodness. I had to ask my kids what sus meant because it's this new like game Among Us that they're playing, and we've been making videos for it. So I was like, "What is sus?" And she's like,
What's
"Hello, suspicious."
Suspicious.
I'm like, "Okay, excuse me." Like, my goodness.
I love it though. I
Yeah.
feel so old when I look at the lingo of today. I'm like, what are these
What?
things? What? I should know these things.
I
but
know.
I
It's
don't
like,
know.
I'm not old yet, am I? Yes. The answer is
No,
yes.
No.
Well,
Ba-
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm growing into my crone stages.
There was a video. Okay, I'm bringing up Bailey again, but there was a video where she was like talking about something that happened, I think in the 90s.
Yeah.
And she's like, if you remember this, girl, it's time to get your eye cream because you're getting old. I'm like, oh, shoot, that's me. She's talking about me because, you know,
I need
the
eye
90s
cream.
were the 90s were prime time. I'm like, what are these? Like,
Oh, yeah. No, I know. It's like we pick ourselves apart so much, and I'm guilty of it probably more than anyone here. Like, I'm always like, oh, yeah, I want to get this done, and I want to get that done, and, like, fix this here, and, you know, like, just tiny little bit of Botox. Nothing's gonna, you know, it's not gonna hurt anything, right? But, like, that goes into, like, all of the stuff that I hate about society. Like, I want to look
because we feel
young.
we have to look a certain way to
Yeah.
be
To
accepted
be
in the
beautiful
world.
and to be, like, liked and respected and, like, accepted. And
You are perfect, just the way
I
you
know,
are.
and I know that.
Beautiful, shining star.
You
No,
are
it's-
too.
It's true though. I can't get over enough how much like I pick at myself, and
Yeah.
I know some people were probably like, "What the heck are you guys talking about?" But no, seriously, like
I mean, everybody
Yeah.
has their things that they're
You-
like, oh, I
hate
really wish
this.
that was not there, or, you know, like, you know, it
I-
just is a human thing. It's normal.
I died when Cody from Big Brother, who's like, I don't know, on Big Brother they pick all these like model-y people most of the
Mm.
time. They're not really people that you see every day. They're usually like TV type people.
Yeah.
And he was like, I hate my nose. I'm so ugly in my nose. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you're exactly like everybody
Hey.
has a thing. Hi, mom.
Hi, Arlene! Yeah. I mean, I know, like,
I get my looks from my mama. I got it from my mama.
oh, yeah. Sorry, you cut out a little bit and I was
Uh-oh.
talking over you.
I think my internet is being lame right now.
I hate it. Like, that always happens. But, yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. We always have to remember that no matter what, society is freaking wrong, and we're beautiful, and we don't have to worry about what people think about us. We just need to enjoy our life, because honestly, like, what is life really about? Like, what's the whole purpose of being here?
Exactly. I feel like most of the mission that people have is to find a companion. I feel that's like the driving force of why a lot of people do things is they're trying to find a companion.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's so much more than that. There's so much more to life than just finding somebody to be with. And a lot of people go through a lot of heartache trying to find that, because that's what I think we're naturally inclined to be connected with people. That's why social media is such a big deal.
Yeah.
Because we are naturally gravitating towards other people. Even if you're antisocial, there's still something in you that wants to connect with another person. But it doesn't have to be a romantic connection. I mean, I absolutely adore our relationship.
I love you.
I love you too. I love our connection, and I love, that we have this. And I hope that everybody has their lobster. That's
Yeah.
their lobster,
Yeah.
I hope that, and it doesn't mean love. It does mean love. It is
Yeah,
love.
it's love.
Just not dirty love or whatever.
Romantic love.
Romantic love. Sorry, my
Yeah,
mind's in, like, this
Dirty.
morning. Dirty love.
Dang, Crystal.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, some people have a hard time connecting with others, and they find other ways to find a love. I mean, some people have love for things or activities. I don't know.
Yeah.
You really find your thing, find your passion. I love connecting with you. I love drawing and doodling and creating and music.
I love music. Yeah.
I adore music, and I know I probably drive my people who follow me nuts with all my music stuff, but I hope some of you enjoy
I don't
it.
think so. I think that people just naturally like music, and if they don't like music, they're weird.
Well, I mean, yeah, I've never met anybody that doesn't like music. There's always
I've met
You
someone, I'm not going to say names, but I've met someone who is like, no, I don't really care for music. And I'm like, I don't know if I can talk to you anymore, like ever again. Like,
there is some music I don't love, but I love all music.
sure,
Actually, like
right. But this person was like, I don't really like music at all, and I never listened to it. And I'm just like, what's wrong with you? Like,
I can't.
You're an alien.
I can't function. Like, I was yesterday. I was staining and sealing my desk. That's actually going up in the loft. We're going to use it for school.
Yeah.
And I was doing it, and I was like, "Oh, what's wrong with this picture?" And I had no music playing, so of course,
Yep.
turned up the jams, played my favorite band, and yeah, then the story goes that way.
I love it.
But you know, I don't know, and I get so passionate about music, and especially like people that I enjoy listening to. I think it's good. It brings good feelings. It puts you in a better mood. I mean, I guess you can listen to heavy metal, angry rock, whatever.
Yeah, which we talked a little bit last week about, like, why it's important to listen to positive music when you're in a bad mood, or, you know, like, even just on a daily basis, listening to things that uplift you and build you up, like, in a love way. It's important because then you can help yourself to raise your vibration and be a positive force and all that. Like, I feel like that's where my music taste is now. Like, I don't listen to anything angry or dark or anything like that anymore.
No, I don't. I noticed that I don't either. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, I love to pump some Eminem in the car.
Oh man,
Like,
you and your
woo!
Eminem, like,
I know all the words.
you know all the
but,
words.
you know, it's I don't. It's more fun. I don't feel angry. I mean, I'm not. I do. Remember that one time when we went to karaoke?
Oh my goodness.
And that one girl was rapping. And
I
like,
do actually.
I could have done that. Like,
I could have done that.
she was like she was like the VJ or the DJ, or no, she's a DJ, not the VJ. She was like working with the. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
We're not supposed to talk about
VJ.
dirty stuff, Crystal.
I said V.
I know.
V.
I know. I'm just being really bad. Okay.
Oh gosh.
I know.
This is just the way it goes.
I know.
But yeah, I totally miss karaoke, man. Oh, speaking of karaoke,
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to come here because literally you go to the mall, and the mall here is like 1996 on crack. Like, I love it.
No way.
They have one of those photo.
No
photos.
way. The shop, the store,
You know, the place
Yeah.
that you used to go and take a picture like,
with your girlfriends, be like, and then they like airbrush it.
right, and make it
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a ton of those. I have
That's
tons of
so
those
funny. You know,
Yes.
I never had girlfriends when I was young to go like do stuff like that with. So
I had a lot of
was
guy
always
friends
jealous.
too, though. Yeah, I had a lot of guy friends growing up too. I
Yeah.
had a couple girlfriends, and so we did do it. So I do have it.
Yeah.
But you and I are the same. I had a lot of guy friends growing up, and I was a tomboy. I like to blow up M80s and do all kinds of boyish stuff.
Yeah.
I play capture the flag. Yeah.
Yes. I was into
I
like
was
paintball and skateboarding. I wasn't into like
Yeah.
super girly stuff most of the time.
That's why we loved Gwen so much.
I
'cause
know.
she was kind of a tomboy. And
Yeah.
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 She's amazing. She's just a girl, but she's awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
She brought that love and that light. And now I forgot what I was trying. Oh, the mall. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's something at the mall. So I was at the mall, and the mall here, the one mall I went to, actually most of the malls, because I've been to a couple now, which is weird because I hadn't been to a mall in like 6 months. Yeah, crazy, right? They have anime stores, which is super cool.
Ooh.
Like you know how Arrowhead has like one store that's kind of anime, maybe
Yeah,
two.
it's got like the gaming stuff with the swords and like costume stuff.
Our mall has like 10 of those stores. Like they're everywhere. It's so cool. But the coolest thing that they have in the mall is a karaoke booth. It's like this big thing, and it's like arigato, like it's super Japanese karaoke.
Whoa, really?
It is amazing. Like you go in and you pay money, and you can sing for, it was like crazy, 20, 30 minutes, an hour. I'm like, do people pay to sing in here for an hour?
Is it like a thing where it's like closed by yourself, or what's it like?
Yeah, so you can go in there with 2 people. It's like it's similar to like what a photo booth, like the little photo booths. It's kind of like that, but it's all glass. I'll post a picture. I have a picture of it. But I haven't done it yet. I really want to do it.
Do it. You have to record it.
I was like, is this for real? Yeah, I will. I'll record it and I'll post it because everybody wants to see that,
Oh yeah. Yes, we do.
It's so funny. But I mean, the fact that like, so I don't know how it is over there, but I don't think our bars or anything like that's open. So anywhere you would karaoke, it doesn't exist right now.
Oh, we can karaoke here.
That's good. We can't here.
They just sanitize everything. So
yeah. There's still, we're in like a tier 2 or something. So like, there's still quite a bit of things that like are closed and limiting on gathering here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thankful that like you can go to the mall and karaoke at the mall.
That's really cool.
I mean, you're by yourself or you're with one other person, so it's not like you're getting to sing in front of others.
Yeah.
But I'll take it.
I loved singing in front of like other people, but like more so because I liked that other people were singing in front of other people, and it was like everybody was in on it, and we were all just like having fun. Like I like the big open room karaoke stuff.
Me too.
Like
I know I told you. So my cousin had me help him. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Your screen's just lagging a little. Oh, you're there. There.
I promise to fix this internet problem.
It's okay.
But as you know, my cousin asked me and my daughter to help him with his little performance that he did.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people there, which I'm not used to being around a lot of people, so it was kind of intimidating at first, but I was actually less afraid because I was on stage kind of away from everybody.
Yeah.
I was less afraid doing that than I was of karaoke. It's so weird.
That's so funny.
But I felt the joy that was happening because of the music.
Yeah.
And so that made me feel like, okay, I can do this. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to do that again. Like,
I know.
That feeling that's my life. Like, I need that in my life.
I know how you feel. I loved being on stage and, like, singing for people and whatever. Like, when we did the show in Florida with my band. Like,
that was so much fun. Oh, my gosh. It feels like yesterday, but it was, I mean, how long ago? Like 2 years ago?
2 years. Yeah. Like,
that's crazy.
I can't even believe it's been 2 years already since that happened. Like,
sometimes the pictures like come up on my phone. Like I added this new feature on my phone that I guess you can like customize the layout of your apps now, and you can add like a photo. My voice is like, I'm going to lose my voice, but you can add like a photo stream.
Yeah.
And so every day I get a new photo. Today it's some random girl that I must have screenshotted her hair, that I liked her hair. But, you know, every day I get a new photo, and a lot of the photos have been from that time lately. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it was such a good, that whole experience, going to Vegas.
Going to
Florida, California, like
Justin
all that
Timberlake.
stuff. Justin Timberlake!
That was a really fun show.
I had so much fun at that show. That was so great. I mean, I did see him twice that year.
I know, you're crazy.
I know, that was crazy. But when we went to Florida to see him, it was great. Like, I really loved that show. That was a good time. He put on a good show. It was fun. All the people were having a good time. All that whole experience was great. And then, of course, your show that you were... Oh, that's Misha. Hi. Hi, Mimi.
Hi, Mimi. She's so cute.
She's so cute. Oh, yeah, because it's like 8 o'clock here, so they're all...
Getting up.
It's so crazy. I got up at 5 again.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it.
You did it.
I did. Yesterday, I felt like I didn't sleep all night. When I woke up yesterday, I felt like I was dreaming a lot, and like I don't really remember what I was dreaming about, but I felt like I didn't sleep. So like when I think I woke up at like 6, and I was like,
yeah,
I'm going back, and I think I slept for like 30 more minutes. But today, it just must be this, where I'm just excited to get up and talk to you, and and hopefully others are tuning in and enjoying it too. And if not, oh well, we're having fun.
Yeah, but, I know. I love this. This is I literally all week last week I was like, I don't want to wait until Wednesday to do another one. Like, I want to do another one on Friday or Saturday, but I know we have to save up.
We can. We will be consistent about Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then if we are like, yo, let's talk. I mean, like,
let's just do like a pre-recorded or something.
Right. Every single time you and I talk, we always are talking about positive, uplifting things. Like, even on our personal calls, that we're not even, expecting anybody. We're not even like worried about people watching. It's always got the same concepts going. And sometimes I'm like, oh, we shouldn't talk about this. Because,
like, you're wasting our content. No, but it's not. Well, we need that too.
I mean, we do. I think it's good that, like, today was totally unscripted. I mean, we didn't even have like a plan. Like,
no.
Especially because last week we had a plan, and we really it just flowed. It just happened and worked out.
We didn't even go according to like any kind of outline, really. I was just like, oh, and then I wanted to talk about this. Because I watched that documentary. Aww.
Yes. So I started watching. I'm so bad. I started watching it, and I fell asleep. And I was like, oh, this is really good. I want David to watch it because, he's got that whole like plant brain. And I'm like, well, what do you think of this? And how do you feel about this? And see, I want to see what he says. Because he's more plant science than I know. I mean, I know a lot. I shouldn't say I don't know. I do. I know a lot more than I think I do.
You do. we all have it in us.
And anybody, right? Anybody watching, don't like think I'm dogging, but everybody sends me the plant stuff, and like they're like, Crystal, what is this? Crystal, how do you do this?
I do it
Crystal,
too.
Crystal. And I'm like, I don't know. I send it to David, so that's the truth right there. I don't. Well, maybe I do know, and I try. If I do know, I'll say. But like most of the time, if it's especially about an outside plant, I'm like,
yeah. I know. Like I did that to you the other day with my grandma's plant because she was not sure what it was called, and she was asking my dad.
I knew what that was.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I've seen this before.
Because that's like one of my favorites. I think it was an Aurelia, right? Is it Aurelia? And it was. I get them mixed up because there's a Ming Aurelia and a Fabian Aurelia.
Oh, okay.
They both look like trees, but one has more of a bonsai look and one has more of like a circle petal look.
Okay.
Was your grandma's more of like a bonsai look?
I don't know. I would think that it was kind of in between the two of those. Like the leaves kind of had a circular shape, but it
I'll have to look at the
looked
picture
kind of
again.
like a bonsai a little bit. Not the leaves, but the actual like base of it, the trunk. But
Mhm.
it was cute, and I was like, I love this plant. I need it.
It's so you know what it reminds me of? It
Mm.
reminds me of Zelda, like total
Yeah, it's
Zelda.
so cute. One thing that I was like so happy about was my grandma has this Christmas cactus, and she's had it since I was little, like I was a
Wow,
baby,
that's
and
awesome.
she just gave us some of it, like clippings. So
Yay!
I
I
know,
love that.
I do
That is like
too.
plants can be shared. Like
Yes.
we we have what is it called? Hand me down plants, I guess, or whatever
Hmm.
from like relatives.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Like, well, I don't know if we have. Actually, we might. We might not have it anymore.
Oh no.
Well, some stuff is at David's mom's house,
Okay.
but
Let's
I
just
don't
say
know
that
that
it's there. It'll be there. It'll be there.
this. It's all good. It's just stuff.
It is just stuff.
I gotta remember that it's just stuff. I some days I get like really sad because I was like, oh, where's those pants or where's that shirt? Oh, I probably donated it by accident,
Aw.
but somebody
Yeah.
is rocking some rad pants out there in the world. If you got my pants, you're
Were they your trip ones?
both of my trip pants got
Yeah.
donated.
It's
And
okay.
I went to a the Buffalo Exchange.
I love that store.
So do I. I'd never been, and we went, and I found this. I think it was a Free People, or I don't know, it was some kind.
Yeah.
No, that
Your
doesn't sound.
jacket.
Yeah, I don't think it was Free People though, because that doesn't sound right. Because I don't think Free People has like leathery stuff, does it?
I don't know. I thought it was a Free People jacket.
It might have been. I don't know. I love that jacket. It's gone.
I know. Dude, I grew up going to Buffalo Exchange. Me and my mom and all my cousins, like, we would all go to Buffalo Exchange all the freaking time, like, in the 90s.
It's so cool.
I
wonder
love
if
that
we have-
place.
all of our like Goodwill type stores have been closed, but I think they're open now. I wonder if we have
Yeah.
like a Buffalo Exchange here.
You. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. There's like a lot of we don't have like dollar stores here
Mm-hmm.
that I don't think so. There's nothing like that. You only got like Walmart and Target to get stuff from.
Yeah.
So there's like I loved going to like the dollar stores or the thrift stores. So hopefully I can find some cool like vintage stores.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people this is a transient state, so a lot of people move in and out, especially if they're in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of military. I was going to film at the beach the other day, but it was a little too windy, and there was a freaking military chopper flying by. I'm like, all right, I didn't go. But you know, just different environment. But
Yeah.
I promised to film my video this week. I'm gonna post it. And then
You don't have
we'll
to
have to get
worry.
together
Like,
again.
don't stress about it. Don't.
No, but it's something I want to share. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it helped me, so I know it'll help someone else. And the girl's post who prompted me, like who it prompted my whole segment. I talked to her and she was just like, "Please share. I want people to know like
Mhm.
how it's real, like what's really going down, and
Yeah.
how we all need to just lift each other up and not
That's the
compare."
thing. Like, we all think about reality as like this physical world, right? And that's why I was like, oh, I love talking about reality because nothing that we see is what's all that's happening or even what's really happening. So you can't always believe your eyes. Like, the majority of the time, don't believe your eyes. You know, that's why I always say trust your heart, because
I
energy
shared that
doesn't
quote.
lie. Energy
No.
doesn't lie. And so, what, like, your heart, is your love chakra. And so if things resonate as like love, then you'll feel it and you'll know. But if it resonates with like fear or, anything like that, then it's something that you don't need to worry about. You know what I mean?
You can feel it like right here.
Yeah. You can
Like,
totally feel it if you pay attention.
Like I had an experience about a week ago, and there's a lot of people I was hearing say a lot of things, and some of them were really good things, and some of them sounded like they were good things, but I had a feeling that they weren't. Like, I don't know. And we've kind of briefly touched on that. Like, it's some kind of personal revelation that you may get, and I know that can be questionable because your own desires might be what's the word, dictating your feelings, but at the same time, I definitely believe that when there's something that's truth, you feel it.
Yeah, you have to put your ego aside. You like, if you're thinking like, why don't I like this, or why is this not sitting well with me, then you have to say, like, is it because it's getting in the way of something that I want, or do my little ego wants take precedence over something that it could be for the greater good? You know what I mean? Like, you have to think about things in that perspective. Like, separate yourself from your wants for a moment and think about, like, what's really the bigger picture and what's really going to be beneficial for everyone. Yeah.
Everyone, especially those you live with.
Yeah. Like,
you gotta
put your ego aside.
Gotta sometimes do things you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Because it keeps the peace and it keeps harmony.
Well, and it's good for you, like.
It is. It's not, I don't feel like you're losing yourself when you're doing, like, you're gaining yourself when you're doing for others. So the more you do service for others, help others, think of others before yourself, the better things are for you. And, I think with most things, everybody has an initial selfish motive, and maybe not even with that intention, but as long as you keep coming back to giving and loving and sharing and thinking of others, then it'll always be reciprocated,
in some way or another. It might not be reciprocated from the person that you're extending yourself to, but it's what you're putting out into the universe as a whole. Like, it will be given back to you. Like, and I know that some people might disagree with that, but that's been my personal experience. So, like, you don't always see it right away or from the initial person, but you get paid back.
You do. You really do. I think we beat ourselves up because we're like, oh, I did this for so-and-so, but they didn't change. Well, guess what? You can't change anybody else but yourself.
Yeah.
And you need to not allow other people, and this is so easier said than done, but allow other people to act the good thing. Because don't get me wrong, I question myself.
You said
should I even do this? Like,
it lagged, so I didn't hear what you said at all.
I don't know what part I ended at, but
you were saying can't allow other people.
We can't allow other people to dictate the good.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're trying to do something good, especially when you're trying to do something good, I feel like a lot of negative stuff might start to come at you. And you need to just remember that, like you said, if you put good out, good will come back, and it'll bless everyone. And to try your best to ignore all the darts flying at you.
Yeah.
They're going to come. There's always going to be somebody that is going to be negative about something.
Yeah, but the way that I see it too is that, like, nobody has power over you unless you give them power. So
allow it.
Yeah, you're allowing things to affect you negatively because you're taking someone else's opinion as, like, something that's true or important, even though it's not, like, ultimately. So, like, allowing yourself to just focus on operating out of spirit because you know what's right, you know yourself, and, like, you're confident in what you're saying or doing, and not allowing other people's words to affect you to the point where you stop doing what you want to do. Like, just keep going. If you know that you're doing something right, and you're trying to do something good out of the spirit of your heart, then, it doesn't matter what anybody tells you. You just have to stick to your own personal experience and what you feel in your own heart is true and right. And, like, that's the way that you should operate through life. And I know that it's hard sometimes, but I don't know.
I think I don't know if you had this when you were a kid, but I remember in school they used to have this thing called Project Self-Esteem. Do you remember? Did you get that as a kid? I remember because my mom volunteered to help, and I don't think our kids, other than us teaching them about self-esteem, I don't think our kids are hearing about having self-worth and self-esteem and teaching them to be confident. I feel like the internet has made us, I mean, in more ways, the internet allows us to be more confident because we can hide behind a screen or keyboard or whatever. It's not real, like we're not real in real life. Yeah. But in other ways, it's prevented social interactions to where people are less confident.
Yeah.
And that's scary. It's kind of sad. Like, so I think we as parents, we have a response, or aunts and uncles, whatever children are in your life, you need to help build up those kids. You need to help them have confidence. I'm bad about that. Like, I know, like when we were at the beach the other day, I kept telling Kira, no, it's too scary. Don't go in there. It's too scary. And I was like, wait, why am I telling her it's too scary? That's wrong. I'm going to make her afraid of the water. I need to tell her not to be afraid, but to watch and be
aware.
Pay attention. Be aware of what's happening, so you can tell, okay, I know that if I go over there, it's not safe, so I need to stay over here. But I kept using the word, it's scary, and I'm like, oh, this is a mistake. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid of the water, and I don't want to make her afraid of the water. So I'm trying. Your words are very powerful. So I think building up your own confidence will also help those around you build their confidence, and you just keep reminding people of their self-worth and that they're amazing.
Yeah. And that's why
we just keep going back to that.
Yeah, because healing yourself first is where healing the world starts, Like, that's what I always try to say to people, because, everyone's like, we want to change the world. We want to change the world. And they're always, looking outside of themselves for a problem to fix, or for someone to come rescue them from their problems or whatever. And they're always looking outside of themselves. But really, it's in you. You have to fix yourself first. You have to heal yourself. You have to love yourself, because when you do that, you're one more healed person on the planet. And no one's going to be able to give you what you need other than yourself. So you're the only one that's going to be able to do that for you. So heal yourself first. And when you do that, you start glowing and like vibrating differently. And then other people will notice, and then you can help other people, like, oh, and I did this, this is how I healed myself. You can teach other people how to do it themselves. That's how you heal the world. And so, like, that's why, our words are important, because, when we're in this whole process of, like, experiencing the beach for the first time, and we hear, oh, it's scary, but it's only scary to that person because they had a bad experience, but they're like putting that fear on someone else. So it's perpetuating fear, but yeah, like you said, let her have her experience, but teach her to be aware. We need to be more aware of ourselves and aware of our surroundings. And I think that's a really good thing. But
yeah, I think it goes back to, like, as a parent, and I refer to as a parent because I am one, when you tell your child no and you don't explain why, then it's just a restriction, and it's not a teaching. Like, they're not going to understand why, and the why is how they grow, and it's how they discern between what's good and what's not good. It's how they become aware. So I think explanation and pointing out things instead of just saying, oh, it's scary, or no, give some explanation to why. It's so much better. And not just with kids, like with anything,
with everyone. Like,
Yeah.
that's why people, I always like to say, like, because I've heard, oh, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, I don't, but I choose to because it teaches someone and it helps them to learn from my perspective and grow. So,
I I I feel like, and that's where like I don't know. There's a lot of men who I notice. I mean, I live with one, so I see how he reacts to
yeah.
things, but he tends to be more short and no explanation, which works sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like people misunderstand things because of their own personal interpretation of things and their own perspective.
Yeah.
So I tend to over explain, and I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, but I, like you said, I choose to do that because I want to try to help someone understand my point of view. And if they still don't agree with what I'm saying, I mean, this is from a business standpoint. I know, sorry.
You're good.
From a business standpoint, I always, like to go into more like, this is why this happened or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, oh, well, if they understand that, then maybe they won't be upset or whatever the problem is. But that doesn't always work.
Yeah.
And sometimes, David's approach of, this is exactly what it is and that's it, no explanation needed, works too. But like you said, yeah, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. I get what you're saying. Like, I hear that all the time. But I think there are certain people that you feel the need to explain stuff to.
Yeah,
I mean,
because it's like,
and I think it's
conversation is a good thing, and opening up the conversation to different viewpoints is important. That's literally what we're here for. It's how we grow as a consciousness. Like, we're all, I always say we're the same being experiencing life through different eyes, and
definitely
in order to have different viewpoints.
If we could all view each other like that, and if we could all just view each other in the sense of, if you are frustrated with something about someone else, about something that they're doing, try to remember that their life is their experience and life is different, and they may be acting that way for a reason, and it still may bother you, but just try to understand that they've just had different experiences and that's why they're reacting the way they are, and to love them anyway, which is really hard to do.
It's hard to do sometimes, but when you can look at other people, hey Robert, how are you? When you can look at other people and see another part of yourself, you can be more compassionate to that person. It just happens, like I like to view everybody as another part of me because that's what we are. We're all one thing. We're all one being. We're one with each other. We're one with the earth and everything. We're one with the universe. We are the universe. And so, like, when we can look at each other like that, it's like, it's nothing but love and compassion and understanding and just acceptance, because that's what we all really want. Like, everybody wants to be accepted and loved. And, that unconditional love thing, that's for everyone. And I know that people like to talk crap about me saying that, but it's true. And that's why it's like the most important thing to me is,
I think,
being
just
love.
Keep saying it.
I am. I'm always going to say it. It's the truth.
Like, you got to keep saying. I witnessed a conversation where you shared something that was along those lines and someone said they disagreed with you, and I respect that person's viewpoint, but I still think that all of this choosing to use love and to think with love, I can't see, I haven't had it hurt me or take me astray, or as long as you view it as the way, way in love, then it's okay.
That's the thing. I always feel like love is the only thing that really rings true throughout the entire universe, because everything else can get convoluted and but love is always true. And I just I don't know, I don't like it when people say that love isn't the answer, because I'm like, well, then you haven't really thought about it long enough yet, because when I think about it, and I've thought about it a lot, everything always boils down to love is the answer. And that's that. Like,
Those people that are saying that have just been hurt.
I
And
know. Yeah, I get it. And I understand that they
I've
have
been
their
there.
own experiences, but we have to
We've all
think
been
about
down
things.
we've been down those paths of being hurt and angry, and whenever, I mean, I'm guilty of it too. If you've been hurt, your immediate reaction is, "Ugh," like, I don't want to be around anybody. I hate everybody. Blah, the
Oh, I
world
know.
sucks.
I've been there too.
But
You know that better than anybody.
but at the end of the day, like, I agree with you. Like, no
Mm-mm.
matter what is going on, if you have love in your heart and you soften your heart, the world opens up.
Yeah.
And being hard and cold and all that, it's not inviting. I mean,
No, you're just closing yourself off to opportunities for new good experiences.
it's just a comment, like, it's a comment. I don't want to say common sense, but like,
It's a
open and
law of the
inviting.
universe.
Yeah, open and inviting, or closed off and angry. Like, and
Yeah.
some people just have a hard time getting out of that anger bucket, you know.
Yeah.
They're just
The
in this
anger
little
bucket.
anger bucket, you know.
Mm.
And I don't know. I don't know that I have wise words to share for those people that are feeling that anger.
Yeah.
Only thing I can say is that love, like you said, just
Yeah. Think
try to
about like why you're so angry and
write
understanding
it
that
down.
well, like
Throw it
understanding
away.
that
Burn it.
holding on to anger though isn't hurting anybody but you. It really is just holding bullcrap inside of your body that's literally hurting you and it doesn't affect
It
anyone
does.
else. So, but healing yourself first, that's why I always say love yourself and heal yourself first and then you'll understand that the world isn't really a bad place. Like there's a lot of crazy crap in the world and like a lot of really disgusting stuff, but there's also a lot of beauty. Like there's honestly more beauty in the world. And
Mhm.
if you just pay attention to those things and heal yourself from the inside out, then you'll notice them and express your gratitude out loud and let your ripple be a ripple of love. Because
Well,
we cause ripples every day.
all the stuff going on in the world, we're very aware of because we have social media,
Yeah.
and we have the news, and we have this instant access right here on our phone.
Oh,
And
yeah.
put the phone away. I know
Seriously.
that's ironic for me to say as we're on a live show, but like, seriously, if you're on tuning in, say hi and then
Yeah.
put your phone away. Go outside. Go outside. Spend time
Yeah.
with those with you, or go outside and explore the nature around you, um, because that's what's real. Like, that's what's right. Everything
That's
that's right
your
next to you.
reality. That's your world that you have to focus your consciousness on. Because if you're
Mhm.
not, if you're focused on other people's worlds that they're showing you, which are all fake, on social media, you're comparing your real world to their fake world. It's like the quickest way to become an unhappy person. Don't compare yourself
Right.
to anyone. Don't compare your world to anyone. Focus your conscious energy on your reality. Water the flowers around you. Make
Mhm.
your situation a beautiful situation, one that you want to live in. And you have control over those things. You have control over loving your now and appreciating things right now because that's all that really truly exists is this moment. It's
It
always
matters.
it's always now. The past doesn't exist and the future hasn't happened yet. So what are you doing sitting around worrying about what's going to happen in the future when you're going through all these like scenarios of like, whoa, what if this happens and then what if this happens and like you're wasting your time worrying about that hasn't
Energy.
happened yet.
And a lot of it's out of our control anyway,
Yeah,
and we need to just remember that. I mean,
just
right
go
now,
with the
it's
flow.
so many people are stressing about stuff, and
Yeah,
it's really stuff that may or may not affect our lives. I mean, I guess it could if we let it, or whatever. I mean, we can control a lot of things within our
we
own
can.
households.
And, it starts within you, your
Hmm.
household, your community. Like, it is a ripple effect. So, like, that's why it's important to be healed and to be aware of yourself, to understand what you are and remember who you are. Because I don't think a lot of people really remember who they are. You know, this world, we go through so many programmings from birth until death. Like, it's all programs. Everything that we experience is there to teach us, and it programs us and makes us into something new. And so it's important to deprogram yourself from all of the stuff that doesn't resonate with love, and to reprogram yourself with things that do, and to tune yourself to living a positive life and starting in the morning, because that's when your day is like the most important moment, is the morning. When you wake up and you're getting ready, tune yourself to a positive note that day, and then the rest of the day, stuff might happen that's not positive, but your inclination will be to react positively instead of negatively. So, like, that's why it's important to start early, to do this first thing in the morning when you wake up, to tune yourself to that positive note, because really you can choose, and we talked about that last week, but it's like you're an instrument. I know that last week's episode did get deleted, so for those of you who are just tuning in, I mentioned how our bodies are instruments and they need to be tuned like an instrument. Like, you know, what kind of notes do you want to get out of your song? Like, what kind of song do you want to play? You have to tune that instrument before you play the song. So tune your instrument every day, every morning, to play a positive song for the rest of the day. And even if you hit a couple of bad notes during the day, during your song, then it's okay. You can overcome that and you can keep playing, because that's what musicians are supposed to do. You're supposed to just
the mistake.
act like it didn't happen. And
It didn't happen.
enjoy the party afterwards, you know? Like, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to live our lives, be that instrument, play your song every day, play a good one, and that's the way that I see it. I don't know.
That's a good t-shirt right there.
Yeah.
What's your song? What's your song today? You know?
Yeah, like, what song are you going to play today? For me, I always try to make sure that it's a good one. And no one's perfect, and you know, things happen, but it's okay. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up over those stupid things that happened, you know? Don't let it ruin your whole day. Like, I used to do that. I used to, like, literally beat myself up for the whole day about one stupid mistake, and it was unnecessary. But I feel like that's important to remember, and congratulate yourself on the notes that you hit right. And it's more than you think.
Positive is it positive affirmation?
Yeah, positive affirmations to yourself. Like,
yeah,
talking to yourself in the mirror and saying, like, oh, I'm happy, I'm loved, I'm beautiful, I'm successful. Like, those are not lies. Those are all true, because if you weren't all those things, you probably wouldn't be alive. Like, I don't know.
Right.
You're successful at something.
Yes, we all have something we bring to the table.
Yeah.
My internet probably cut out.
You're okay.
We all bring something to the table. Everybody, every single one of us has a talent. Every single one of us. We all have something we're good at. And I know you're like, oh, whatever, that's not true. It is.
It is true.
You have to find it, and you have to explore, and you have to give yourself time and try everything. Like,
yeah,
try something new every day. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do something new every day. Like, I'm trying this new thing, trying that thing. You know, just try. Like, you won't know until you do.
Yeah.
Mimi and I, we mess around hitting notes and stuff, and I know that I can't hit certain notes and she can, but we practice and we try. And sometimes, like, we had to sing this one song with my cousin that was like way out of my range, but we practiced and we tried it and we kept trying and we actually did it. Like, we hit the right note, and it came out, and I never thought I could hit that note, but I didn't know that because I never tried.
Yeah.
And so now I know, okay, I just need to practice and work it out, and it will work.
Exactly.
That goes with anything. If you just try, you never know. You might be really good at something you didn't know you'd be good at.
Yeah.
And you just will find joy in that, and that's the key.
Like sometimes, like for me, I was thinking about like what I want to do with my life, you know, and I want to learn piano. So,
Do
hey.
it.
So
Hey.
I did. I started learning piano, and I realized I'm like, oh, I'm actually liking this a lot, and like I'm good at it. And but the way that I decided that that was what I was gonna do was because I went through this whole thing of like shedding my self doubt and getting rid of that crap because it's not it's not real. It's the only thing that holds you back most of
It's
the
not
time,
productive.
you know. So
Exactly.
it's like a fear of not being good enough or not being, you know, not doing good enough or I don't know. I don't know. This is bullcrap. But yeah, you have to like shed that self doubt and then think about like, okay, well, what am I interested in? Because all you have to do is choose something to devote your time to. So that's what I did. And it's actually, I really love piano. And I'm getting better at it every day. And I'm
That's
learning how to read sheet music. It's things like that. We have to like really just choose and go
just
for it.
choose. Just choose and go for it. And you know
Yeah.
what? I don't know. I think learning something new can never be
Mm.
a bad thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever. I mean, you can go for something and it not work out, I
Of
guess,
course.
like,
But who cares?
but that it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
We grow and we learn from our experiences, and perspectives change, and you become more compassionate for things.
Hmm.
Don't try not to be afraid, because you can experience so much more even when you fail. I mean, failure is so important, I
Yeah.
think, in growing. You've got
Yeah,
to
it is.
fail to grow. You've got to fail to get better, and don't be afraid to fail.
We
It's
literally learn so much from it because, you know, we realize, okay, well, that way obviously didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. So let's try another way. And like, if you don't give up, like, you're going to innovate. You're going to be like creating new ways of doing things that maybe someone before you never did. So, like, failure is important. I love it.
well, we talked about this last week a little bit too. Like, we all might have the same idea,
Hmm.
but it's the person who goes for it and isn't afraid that's
Yeah.
going to achieve that thing that we all are thinking about.
But even that, though, okay, so like that reminded me of this YouTube thing that I watched. It's this music producer guy, and he invites four other producers to take like a sample of a song, and they all do their remixes on it, like
Oh,
individually to see. Like it's all the
okay.
same sample, but everyone comes up with something totally different than the next person. And I love watching
Sounds
that stuff
fun.
because, yeah, it's amazing. And I'm like, that's why it's okay to do something that someone already did before, you know, because no
Because
matter
everybody
what you
makes
do,
different. Yeah.
yeah, no matter what you
We
do,
all have
it's going to
different
be unique.
we all have different ways that we can create something, and some may do it better than others, and that's okay.
Yeah,
It's all perspective and opinion
yeah,
on what's better. I
yeah,
mean, I job games, and there's a lot of copycats out there that
sure.
make similar games, and some of us do uh better at some, and some of us don't. Like, it's okay. Like, there's enough love to go around.
There is. And
There's
that's the thing. Like,
there's
I always say, and people get on me like, what? What are you talking about? That there's no lack in this world. Like, I say that because the only thing that creates lack is greed. And so, like, I always say there's enough food, there's enough water, there's enough love, there's enough everything for everyone and everything forever. But it's greed that gets in the way, you know? So, like, but there is no lack. There's always going to be room for you if you're creating something, and there's always going to be a niche for you, you know, and
always.
you're always going to have those people that you reach because different voices reach different ears. So we have to
Yes.
remember that your voice is going to hit certain people a certain way and be like, yeah, I really like this person because they said this and it resonated with me. And you might say the same message to someone else and they might not really hear you. Like,
Right.
you know,
Not yet.
but that's
Not yet,
okay
right?
because even if they don't ever, that's because they're waiting for someone else to say it and or they're waiting to figure it out for themselves so they can be the voice. You know, like, so it's okay. It's all good. Everything is good.
Yep.
So,
and exactly, like certain things affect people differently. Even if it's said the same by 10 different people, you might hear it differently from someone else. That's why it's never a bad thing to repeat something that you heard. That's a good thing, because you might affect somebody to have a better day because you brought that to them. And
yep.
you know, I'm sure there's 100 positive podcasts out there, thousands, millions, who knows, there's probably a ton of them out there. And I'm thankful for those who've chosen to tune in and watch us. And
Yeah.
you know, if we brought joy to you, I'm so thankful for that. I know that, like, I've received joy from talking to you.
I received joy from you.
We're talking way past. I've already gotten texts from my daughter like, Mom,
I know.
I thought your podcast ended at 8. No, I mean, whatever.
Sorry.
We don't have a time limit. We're just talking good stuff. And
yeah,
you know,
sorry
if somebody
guys.
chooses to watch it, you know, they can fast forward through all this. But we just wanted to keep the flow. We started late. Technical issues again, but we are going overtime, and
OBS gave me some garbage again today, but it's okay. We can
figure
wrap
it
it up. And so the main point that we want everybody to take away from the podcast is it's always now. The time is always now to be happy, to focus on you, to heal yourself, to change the world. It's always now. Do something that makes you happy. And another thing that we want you to remember is to allow your ripple that you create to be a ripple of love throughout the entire world. And you'll see good things come. So that's just my 2 cents. Do you have anything that you want to say before we go?
Just try to stay positive, people. We're going to see a lot of crazy stuff happen the next couple of days, but just remember, you can always come here and escape it. And talk about good stuff. We promise not to bring up the P's and C's of the world because we don't want that. We just want to talk about, and when I say P's and C's, I think I've emphasized this before, but I mean politics and Corona. We don't want to talk about that here. The Rona. So we're just going to talk about positivity because that's the right P to talk about.
Yeah.
Positivity. So yeah, that's all I have. I hope that you guys got something from this, and if not, you know, next week we'll be talking about more good stuff, and we'll post some stuff throughout the week. Definitely follow our social media, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you always know when we're posting a new video or going live. We tend to, I think we schedule it. Our live schedule feed comes up and it says it counts down.
Yeah, it just got messed up today.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
All right.
We will see y'all later. Have a good rest of your week. And yeah, bye.
Bye, guys. Love you.